Hello, hello, my friends. Just making sure that I am live. Let's take a look here real quick. Okay, I am live. Good morning. Welcome on this Friday morning in July. Hope you guys are doing well. I am super excited to be here today. I've got a really quick, fun project for you guys. So if you guys are on, please let me know that you're there. Say hello. Tell me where you're from, just so that I know that someone's out there watching. Hi, Louise. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. So today's project is going to be a really quick one. Hi, Birdie. Good morning. We're doing a little ornament for the Christmas tree, a little early, little Christmas in July project. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Just wanted to teach you how we can combine shapes in IQ Designer, my design center, and create this cute little in the hoop ornament. So I'll just wait a couple more minutes, see what everyone comes on. I've had a couple of questions on, and I might as well just address it right now while you guys are joining, or while people are joining, about my new retreat. My new retreat is for the Luminaire or even the Stellaire models of Brother. And it is for that model or those models along with the Scannicut. And the Scannicut needs to be the 325 or the 330 DX. And the reason why it's only for those two machines is because of the connectivity. Brother has a feature on their machine that they did in one of the last updates so that the Scannicut and the Luminaire or the Stellar can talk to one another. And it's not so much just talking to one another, it's actually, you can do a little bit more manipulation on the machine as well. And so that's what I'm going to showcase and teach in the retreat. So as much as I love my Solaris, it just doesn't have that connectivity. It doesn't even have that icon on the machine. So that's the only reason it's limited to the Luminaire and or Avenir and or Stellaire models. And for those of you who currently have the Luminaire and are looking to upgrade to the Avenir, you can still learn from this retreat because the icons and all that will be the same. The features will be the same. So it'll still be something that you can apply to your Avenir. So I hope that answers a few questions. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and change my screen here real quick and show you what we have. So we have here the ornament that we are going to create in IQ Designer or My Design Center. Hi Janet, welcome. And it's in the hoop, and it's done with just two pieces of fabric, a little bit of batting, and pinking shears at the very edge to kind of give it a fun finish. And then I added a little ribbon here at the top. So as far as the supplies that you're going to need, you are going to need a 5x7 hoop. Excuse my hoop. I always say I'm going to clean it, and I never get around to cleaning it, but I do need to clean this hoop. So it's a 5x7 hoop. You need power mesh stabilizer in your hoop. You need a piece of battleizer or stable bat, something light. I like this product because it doesn't have it stretched like normal batting would. And then you will need two pieces of fabric. And how big are the pieces? Let me see. They are 5x5. So 5x5 piece of batting, and then two pieces of 5x5 pieces of fabric, and then a little bit of a ribbon, a little piece here. So look at that, another 5-inch piece of ribbon. So 5 seemed like to be the lucky number for today. So you need that. Of course, you need some scissors, and I do have my pinking shears to cut around the edge when I'm done. I did wind a bobbin with the same color as my top thread. So the top thread is red, then the bobbin is red as well. So I did do that. So I did wind a red bobbin ahead of class. So let's go ahead and head on over to the machine, and let me show you how to create that. All right, I'm just waking up my machine here. Hi Connie, welcome. Give me just 1 second. Let me just move here so I can see my screen. Okay, I'm just trying to see that I can see the screen and the comments all at the same time. I don't know if you guys remember or know, I have set up my studio a little bit differently, so I'm still trying to get used to everything. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see me here. I'm on this, you should be able to see the screen of the machine right now, and that's what I'm focused on right now. And so I am going to, first thing I'm going to do is go over here to the top and select the 5x7 hoop. So under the settings page, I am going to change my hoop. So it's the, it's the 5x7 hoop. And I'm going to say okay. And then I'm going to make sure I don't have any grid lines or anything else on the screen. It's just a clean workspace. And then I'm going to start. So I'm going to go and start with my shapes icon. And I'll grab the shapes and I'm going to grab my triangle, which is 0, 9. So I'll grab the triangle and I think I'm going to zoom in so you guys can really see all of this here. Give me one more second. I'm just trying to double check my screen here. Sorry guys, I want to be able to make sure that you guys can see what I can see or I can see what you can see. So I'm just trying to finagle my screen a little bit. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay, I think that's better. All right, so I've got my triangle on the screen here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to resize it. So I'm going to click on the size icon and I'm going to click on the little keypad icon at the very top. So I'm just going to pan up here to the very top and I have my little keypad icon. And I'm going to make my height 3 inches. And I'm going to make my width 4 inches. And that's just, you know, it doesn't have to be that size. It doesn't have to be that frumpy looking like mine is. But, you know, it's just one of those things that I needed space here at the bottom for the base of my tree here. And so you can change it to whatever size. If you don't like this particular size, you can kind of modify it. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and just say okay to that. And then I'm going to bring in the square. So I'm going to go here and click on the shapes icon again. And I'm going to grab my square. And I'm going to say okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and resize the square. So I'm going to click on the size icon. And I'm going to once again go up to my keypad icon. And for the base, for the square, I have the height set at 1.35 and the word set, and the width is going to be 1.70. And you can see it right here on my screen here. And then I'm going to click on this move icon at the very top. When I click on the move icon, I have my arrows on the bottom of my screen. So let me zoom back down here. I've got my arrows here where I can nudge that rectangular box. So it's half on and half off. So it's more off than on. So hopefully you guys can see that. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to click OK to close out the dialog box. And I'm going to zoom into about 400% so I can see this part of my design. And then I'm going to click on the eraser icon. And when I click on the eraser icon, I'm going to click on the square option. And I'm going to say OK. And then I'm going to start deleting. So I'm going to delete this horizontal line here. And I'm going to delete this horizontal line here. And then this section here. Right? So I'm just left with this bottom piece. Now you can see here I need to get closer in. So what I like to do at that point is go in and magnify to 800%, and then I'll just pan over until I see this section here. Click on my eraser icon, and when I click on the eraser icon, I don't just start erasing. I sit and hover my eraser box off to the side. And I do that because that way I can see what size box my eraser is. Hi Barbara, welcome. And what I'll do is I'll go down here, then I can kind of nudge my way in and then delete. And I'll do the same thing for the right side here, like so. Once this is done, I'll pan over to the right side of the design and I'll do the same thing. I'll come in here and I'll delete, and come in here and then delete. So it's a nice clean edge. So I'll go back to 100% and there's my tree. Looks pretty good, right? Not bad. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and change the properties here. So I'm going to go up to the top. And I'm going to go ahead and basically we need 3 straight stitches. 3 double runs, I guess, in this case. I need a placement line, I need a tack down line for the batting, and I need a tack down line for the fabric. And that is it. Talk about an easy project. Okay, but if you guys wanted to add something to it on before you do that final tack down, you can make a 4th tack down and maybe just add a initial in here, so, or a fill. You can do all kinds of fun things. I'm keeping it very simple today. So I'm going to go over here to the line properties icon, and I'm going to select the double run, and I'm going to change the color to red, and you can see red just changed right here, and I'll say okay. I'm going to click on the bucket or the cup icon for the line, and I'm going to touch the line. So the tree turned red, and I'm going to go ahead and at the lower right hand corner, I'm going to click next. I'm going to click set and then okay. So there's my tree on the screen here, so you guys can see that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on edit, and I'm going to click on size, and I'm going to center this tree in the center of my hoop. So when I click on center, and I'm clicking on that center dot, it puts it right in the center of the hoop. The reason I want it in the center is I'm going to add the next 2 other stitches, and I want to make sure that everything is just centered. So I've clicked on that center dot, and I'll click OK. And now I'm going to click on the duplicate icon. So I'll click on duplicate, and you can see it comes in an offset position. So I'll go ahead and click on size again, and then center it, and then click OK. And I'm going to click duplicate again. Once again, it comes in an offset position. I'm going to click size and center that, and then say OK. So now I've got 3 trees, one on top of another. Let's go ahead and change the color of these 3. So I'll go ahead and click on the colors icon, and you can see 1, 2, and 3 spools of red, right? 3 red spools. So the first one is my placement line. The second one, I want to click on that, and I'm going to click on green. The third one, I'm going to change it to blue. So I've got red, green, and blue. And then I'm going to say OK. And I am done. It's that easy. And I'm going to say embroidery. Now, like I said earlier, if you wanted to add something here, you would just go to the word return. Where's return? On the lower left-hand corner, and you can click on the word add. And you can bring in an initial, you can bring in a little design if you wanted to do that, just by clicking on that word add. And then if you do bring that in, you will have to resequence it because you want the last outline to be at the very end. Okay, so we're going to click embroidery to stitch this out. And let me go ahead and change cameras, and then we'll get ready to stitch this guy out. All right, let's see if that works. Yep, okay. So let me grab my hoop here, And remember, I have red thread in my bobbin and I've got red thread on the top. So the first thing it's going to do is it's going to stitch out the placement line. So I'm going to press the start button and oops, let's try threading the needle, shall we? That might help, huh? There we go. Okay, back in business. Stitching out the placement line. Color 1 is done, and now I'm going to grab my batting and I'm going to lay it directly over the placement line and stitch out color number 2. Alright, let's go ahead and remove this and let's change our cameras and go over to show you what I need to do next. Alright, so here we are. We've done the tack down line, so I'm going to cut close to that stitching line. So do you guys have any fun projects lined up for this weekend? Hi Linda, welcome. Hi Evie. Yes, let me show you what we're doing. We are doing this, maybe it's better on the white. We are doing this cute little quick, fast, fun, easy project. It's a little ornament, a little Christmas tree ornament, and it's done in the hoop, and I've just used pinking shears to go around the edge, and then you would just hang it up on your tree. Alright, so I've gone ahead and trimmed close to the stitching line. Evie, we created this in IQ Designer, so you missed the beginning part. If you just, once the video's done, you can go back and rewatch it anytime. And I actually created this on the machine on IQ Designer or My Design Center, so it's super easy to create that design. In fact, let me just quickly show you the machine screen so you can see it. That's what it looks like on the machine. So I basically took two shapes and combined them together to make it. So really easy. Good morning, Denise. Welcome. Okay, so once I've done that, now I'm going to go ahead and grab my fabric. So these are my 5-inch piece of fabric. So first thing I'm going to do is just turn it over to the back side here. And I know that I'm going to have little thread cuts here from when the scissors cuts it. So I'm just going to just trim that and get rid of that. You don't have to, but okay, there. Now I'm going to take my ribbon, 5-inch piece of ribbon. Hi Marty, welcome. It's okay, you can watch this afterwards, no worries. I'm going to grab some tape and I'm going to tape this ribbon like so. So this is the ribbon, this part of the ribbon, the little fold part is going to be facing outside the project. I'm not turning this project. If I was doing an in the hoop project where I have to turn it, you know, through an opening in the back, then you would want to have this facing inward, okay? But because we're not doing it that way, we're doing it a little bit differently. So we're gonna have it facing outward, and I'm just going to put a piece of tape so it doesn't shift on me, okay? Then I'm gonna grab my back piece of fabric, and it's gonna be right side out, so right side up rather, and I'm going to tape it. And again, this piece here is a 5x5 piece of fabric. And I am going to tape it in 4 spots because it is going to be on the back side and I don't want to have any accidents. Okay, I will turn it over, and it's kind of cool because you can see the fabric on this side as well. Then I'll take the other piece of 5x5. Oh, excuse me, I don't know what's going on with my voice. I think I need my coffee. I haven't made my coffee this morning. And we're going to tape it down. And then one more piece of tape. Okay. And then we're going to go back on the machine. So let me go ahead and change the cameras and go back on the machine and stitch out color number 3. So color number 3 is being stitched out, and that's going to put this whole thing together. And then we're done. How easy. Sometimes you just need quick and easy. You don't need complicated. Sometimes that's all you need. You could do the same idea, same technique, and make an ornament. You can do an ornament shape, right? And do that and have different initials for different people for that on the ornament for the tree. So you can do a lot with it, and like I said, sometimes you just need easy. Okay, project is complete. So now let's go ahead. I think the hardest part, truth be told, is the pinking shears part, because you don't want to cut off that ribbon at the top. So you have to be really careful of that. And you want to be very careful. Ask me how I know that, because I already had one disaster. I should have saved it to show it to you, but I think I threw it away. So you have to just be really, really careful. All right. Peeling off the tape. I'm just saving my tape so that I could reuse it. Okay, remove the project from the hoop. I think I'm going to set this hoop aside so I can go take it and clean it in the back. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to eliminate my stabilizer, because it's just, there's too much going on and I have to be really careful of this ribbon, because if you take a look at the back, the ribbon is right here, and if I'm not careful and I chop it, I'm done, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of the stabilizer. And I'm going to, again, be careful of that ribbon. So I'm going to go from the back side and then push the ribbon out. Like so. Now it's okay. Marty, if you wanted to add a name, couple of things, or an initial, if you do it now, it's going to show up on the back side as well. So that's an option. You could do it that way, and that's easy. That's the easiest way to do it. Put it now, and it'll show up on both sides. If you only want it on the front side, what you're going to want to do is you're going to color number 3. You will put color number 3 down, but you only put the fabric on the front. Only put the fabric on the front. Add your name or your initial. Once it's done, take it off the machine, add the backing fabric, and repeat color number 3 so that the back is nice and clean. right? Another way of doing it is, remember I had one shape and I copied it twice. I did a copy and paste or a duplicate. Do it 4 times. So you'll have a red, green, blue, and purple. And then what you'll do is after the blue piece, you'll lay this down, you'll put the blue piece, you'll do your initial, take it off, put the back, do the last piece, and do the purple. So either way, I hope that makes sense. Okay, so now comes the pinking shears part. And so I'm going to just kind of slowly do it. I'm going to go up to as close to the top as possible without actually doing any damage. And then I'm going to come down here because this is easier over here. And then I'm just going to turn the corner. Okay. And I'll come over here. I love the look of pinking shears. Okay, then we'll come over here. All right, that part's done. Now I'm gonna go and do this part here. I just turn it over because I'm right-handed. It's easier this way. All right, so now this is where I need to be careful here a little bit. So I'm going to just put this ribbon and kind of move it aside. Move it aside, and then just see how much I can trim of my fabric and not cut that ribbon off. I'm being extra paranoid because you know what? I did rip it. I did cut into it the last time, so I'm being extra paranoid. And if you want, you can just do even one layer at a time here. Like I can just grab this one layer, but I'm just gonna move this ribbon out of the way. Chop it like that. Oops, I didn't do this one. I told you the hardest part is this. Is the pinking shears. And then I'm just going to trim the top here. Just trim it like that. And then on the back, just trim it a little bit. And that's it. And that's my design. Now, what happened here in the corner? Let me fix that. There. Now it's a little bit more balanced. And that's it. There's the project. All done in the hoop. And here's my first one. So these are kind of fun, cute, quick projects to make. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little lesson. And if you have any questions, I'm just looking to see if anybody else has any questions. It doesn't look like it. Hi Norma, you're very welcome. Thanks for joining. All right, let me go ahead and change the camera view. Yes, you could also put quilting, Linda. You could put a decorative fill. You could do all kinds of things. And if you're going to do all that, then I would definitely do 4 colors, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in between color number 3 and 4, add whatever you want to the top. Then when you add the bottom is nice and clean. Now, if you do quilting stitches, like Linda is asking, what you could do is the quilting could be on both front and back. Then you wouldn't have to add that 4th color. But if you're doing a name or initial, I would do it so that the back is nice and clean. Hi, Jeannie. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, let me turn the camera over. There we go. All right, my friends, thank you guys so much for watching today. Hope you guys enjoyed this cute, quick little tutorial on IQ Designer or My Design Center. And hopefully you guys can make a lot of trees, or you can do hearts, you can do ornament shapes, you can do all kinds of fun things. So get creative with that process. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. All right, you guys take care. Bye.